and praise the Lord. It's a little noisy in here, but I just wanted to stop and share something with you really quickly that fell in my spirit. And I pray that it is a blessing to you, and I pray that it causes you to look at things from a different perspective. I pray that this will allow you to I pray that this will kind of transform your mind and give you a new perspective and make you even more grateful, appreciative, and really honor those specific people in your life, because we are living in a time and dispensation where honor is really lacking. Honoring the parents, honoring just those who have helped, and it is kind of crept in to the body of Christ, kind of a little bit. Let me tell you something. God told me that help is coming, and he is going to bless his children. Some of you have very large dreams and visions that are meant for these end times. However, what he does not want you to do is, when you get there, he wants you to give him the glory. He wants you to, of course, understand that he has done this, but understand the different channels of help have come and will come in various ways. Our God has spoken to you about these platforms and about the amazing things that he's going to do. Understand that there are enemies. There's going to be warfare in front of those doors. I spoke many years ago on the great and effectual door. All right. And even I was sitting by someone Sunday, and the topic came up again a few Sundays ago. And so, Paul says there is a great and effectual door, but there are many enemies. And we already know that our enemies are defeated. But, warfare comes in various ways. And when it comes to the success of the word of the Lord over your life, and when you get to that place, the enemy tries to come in with a spirit of pride, okay? With the spirit of pride. And so to cause you to be prideful and not go as far as you could, okay? Because you sometimes you hear these people that got to the top, and then there was this hard fall, this major decline, the relevancy that they had, and the capacity or the movement, it just died. And most times that is because of pride, of wrong connections, of wrong thinking, of allowing what people say to get into them. And then instead of being prayerful, they start performing. Instead of living a life of humility before God and honoring those who paved the way, they become prideful and want to prove that they're there because of what's in them and because of what they can do. And so I want to help some who God is going to do some great things in your life, where I want to speak to that one who God has raised up to bring about global and international impact in different places, okay? In spaces, in your community, in the world, in different places. There are going to be people that might rise up and say, oh, he has this because of them. She has this because of that person. Oh, it's only because she knows them. It's only because they know them. It's only because that's their mother. It's only because that's their father. It's only because that's their aunt, and they've been given this and they've had that. And so that is not all of the case, right? And that a part of it is also true, okay? And so what we need to understand, and what I want to help some understand, is don't allow people who try to bring or cause the help that the Lord is giving you to be viewed in a negative light, cause you to be prideful, or cause you to be dishonoring, or cause you to dishonor that person and say, hey, it wasn't them, and contrary to what y'all believe in this, and now you have a different attitude towards them. Now you reject help because pride is telling you, I don't want them to post my stuff. I don't want them to share my stuff. I don't want them to ask me to come on. I don't want them to do this, that, and the other for me, because I want it to be said. I want my name to be highlighted, because that's how the enemy moves. And so what we need to understand is, say for instance, there was a mother or a father or auntie or whatever, or some type of connection that you had that opened the door. First of all, you understand, yes, it was God. Number two, the door, it was a great help. And again, this is not saying that man promotes, God does, but he uses human help. He also uses the relationships. He also uses certain connections. And so you can have something wonderful. You can have something great. You can be anointed and not have an audience until God opens the door, or till God says, look here, it's time and you're ready. So number two, the door is open because God is giving you something worthy of the door. He's giving you something. He put something in you where you have the capacity to walk through that door. You have something to say. That's why the door, the connection was open. That's why you were born into the family who has it, because listen, God, they didn't give you the gift. They didn't give you the business savviness, or they passed it down to you. They gave you the tools because God wanted you there. God wanted you to have the opportunity that you have. He wanted you to have the abilities that you have. He even wanted you to have the gifts that you had, because some of you that aren't honoring your mother and your father for X, Y, and Z, we know that God gave it to them, but you can see certain gifts within a bloodline. It might be they didn't give you love, but God through them passed down that ability to sing, that ability to draw, that ability to write, to sew, to create, to do certain things. Okay. And so we are born in certain families. God put certain gifts and certain strengths in families. And so although you know that it still took your hard work, it still took your prayer, it still took God and all of that, I just want to remind you, don't allow the naysayers, those who may be jealous or envious of the opportunity that you get or had, or that is coming, cause you to dishonor. All right. So you're going through the door. Yes. Maybe because God connected you to someone, maybe because your mother or your father had this or had that, behind the scenes, there were some things they couldn't help you with, some things they didn't do, but you don't have to go forth proving that to others. Okay. So you just have to accept some people, they don't understand why they don't have it. They maybe even feel like, it's pride or jealousy that causes some people to look and say, hey, I have more than them, or I can sing better than them, or I can, do this better than them. How did they get that? That's between them and God. Okay, because it's more than a voice, is more than what you have. It is more than who helped you. It's your heart. It's because the word of the Lord has already determined what your future is going to be. And so because of the future that God planned for you, he put you in that family. He allowed that connection to be made. He allowed that person to be drawn to you, because there is something that God put in you that's needed for where you're going. It's because you have exactly what is needed for that door to open. So he said, hey, you're going to be the child of this person or that person, the niece of this person or that person. I'm going to allow you to meet this person in your childhood or years later, in the years to come, and they're going to open this door because you have what it takes to walk through it. So don't get caught up in all of the foolishness. Yes, honor them. Yes, I thank God that they opened this door for me. I thank God that he put it upon their heart to do this. I thank God for the family that I was born into, because it's a lot of people that are like, wow, if I had access to that, or someone would just help me. Some people are praying for some of the help that you have. And so when envious people start talking against it and saying that that's the reason for your success, then you get distracted. You start dishonoring or moving in pride, or, kind of feeling bad, because in a way they're trying to devalue your gifts, in a way that they're trying to devalue or say that there is nothing in you worthy of having this opportunity. But the devil is a lie. That's a lie. You have to silence every voice. You have to be prepared for the warfare on the level that you are going. All right. And that you're there. God does it for people differently. Some people, they had nobody, no one, no hand, no nothing. God likes to show the variety. He likes to show how he can move in any situation, in every situation. And so when we come to Christ, we're all provided certain privileges. All right. They're tailor-made. It doesn't matter if you don't have those things. And stop, some people are mad because they don't have that struggle story. They're mad because they don't have a story. It's like the world is attracted to, they're trying so hard to remove trauma, but at the same time, they're so attracted to it. It sounds cute. Everybody wants a struggle story. Everybody wants this type of, story, as if, help is, glorifying the struggle and putting down people who have help. Listen here, give me a silver spoon. God bless me, and he will, to give all my children, all 5 of them, a silver spoon, no matter what part in their life. And you run with that, because God knew that you had something in you. He knew that you had something in you already before you came in my womb that was going to need this resource, that was going to need even my influence. Because at the end of the day, once it's given over to you, that's it. That's it. That's it. So the real test is sustaining it. And some people get jealous about that. No, we know that you're not sustained and running this long off of anything else. Okay. They even may set their eyes on you because of their recommendation. So you have something worthy enough of going into it. You have the capacity. People at your job jealous because you got something, and it's only because of this, and I heard that. It don't matter what they heard. You have the capacity. Don't allow the rumors, the gossip, the jealousy to frustrate you. Walk in it. Walk in your favor. Walk in the blessing. Can you stand to stay blessed? Now you stood to get blessed. Can you stand to stay blessed? Why are you going to let them run you out of your promotion, out of your position? Oh, it's because they was the pet. Oh, it's because they did this. And oh, it's because it doesn't matter what is said. Don't give nothing back that God gave you. Jesus, who is the Lord speaking to? Stand in it. Stand in it. Ignore the voices and be the help, the connect, the resources for others so that they also can glorify God and thank God. Ask him to give you the eyes to see the person, because as much as we like to help everybody does not have the capacity. Everybody does not have the maturity or the ability to steward what you give them. So you can't just give something to anybody. You can steward it. That's why he sent that help. You can steward it. You're going to look over it. You're going to watch over it. You're going to do what's right by it and in it. And so ask God to open your eyes to see those that he said is ready for the chance, is ready for the moment, is ready to go through the door, is ready for the position, is ready for the wealth, is ready for the check. Okay? Because then you in turn are going to be that hand that God uses. Whatever way he wants to do it, say, do it, Lord. And I'll honor you. I'll thank the people that God used. And I will turn around and be someone that you use for your glory. It's all for your glory. So you all be blessed. You thank God for the help that's coming. That is, that was. Thank God for those in your life who have been a blessing to you, that poured into you, that gave, that the Lord touched their hearts and gave you an opportunity, because God gave you what it takes to be there, to maintain it, to handle it, and to keep it, and to bless others. All right? Be blessed. I'll talk to you later.